last month to ensure that stakeholders are engaged and perhaps the queries or the concerns that were raised by citizens are adequately reviewed and perhaps a better solution to this system be brought forth. Now we are joined by Dan Ayebare this morning, who is speaking to the spokesperson for the Ministry of Works and Transport, Susan Kataike, this morning to give us an update on the express penalty system review that is happening. A very good morning, Dan Ayebare. Just right over to you. What is the latest in terms of an update on this system?
Good morning to you, Tracy, and our dear viewer. I'm coming to you live from the Ministry of Works and Transport. And like you mentioned, besides me is the Principal Communications Officer, Susan Kataike, to give us an update on the EPS that was rolled out in June but then suspended for around a month, and also a multi-sectoral committee put together to ensure that the public outcries are also addressed. But without taking more of your time, I will go straight to Madam Susan Kataike to tell us more about how far and what next. Good morning to you, Madam Susan Kataike. Thank you for joining us on NBS Morning Breeze.
Thank you for having me too.
Let's start here about the deadline that was set, which was over the weekend, 12th July, and here we are and it's passed. How did we miss the deadline?
How we missed the deadline is simply because the workload that has to do with the review is quite a lot, so it couldn't be accomplished within the 1 month that the minister had given. So work is still going on, so that's why there is an extension. Yes.
Yeah, and of course there were concerns, and the question now would be, how long should you wait? Because the letter that was put out over the weekend, that was actually written by you, didn't really put a time frame to this. From now, how long do we have to wait? And if you could really talk about that.
Now, of course, when you look at some of the issues that were raised by the public, for instance, the change in time from 72 hours to what people were recommending, the public was recommending that we go back to the 28 days as it was before. Now, that is something that was put in place by an act of parliament. That means that we have to go back to parliament. So, of course, there are provisions within the regulations that the minister can change, but there are those that he cannot change. We have to go back to parliament. So these are some of the issues that have given it a prolonged time. Of course, we should also remember the political season that we are in right now. The MPs are not in parliament. So it's what is dragging us a bit. And of course, the work that has to be done, some other aspects need studies to be done, like speed recommendations. According to the technical team, what they say is that currently in our country, the way we determine speeds, we use an old system. And they are recommending that we use a new system. So these are still issues that are being looked into. It's a study that is required. That is why we need some more time. However, as soon as Parliament settles, as soon as the minister gets an opportunity to present in cabinet, when the review is done, hopefully before the end of this month, the different teams will be able to present a report to the top leadership of the ministry, and on the basis of that, the minister will be able to go back to cabinet and also parliament and ensure that whatever is presented or rolled out next will be something that is agreeable to all the different players, of course the public and the legislators.
If I could take you back in the last 1 month, I think Ugandans would be eager to know what has been going on behind the scene, like to account for the last 1 month. I think it would be good for them.
Of course, as we said earlier, a multi-sector team was put in place, and this team involves Ministry of Works and Transport, the Police, Uganda Revenue Authority, Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. We have KCCA. So looking at different aspects of the of the regulation and the law at large. And these teams have been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. One is that, as I said earlier, looking at how to determine speeds, the different speeds for different different road types, whether it's a national road, an urban road, a district urban and community access road, how best should we determine the speeds? So that is already work that is ongoing by the different teams. Then two, for the Uganda Police and for the ICT subcommittee, we have an ICT subcommittee under the project management team. So the ICT subcommittee, together with, that is under the ITMS project, the bigger project, there is an ICT subcommittee. So that ICT subcommittee is working with Uganda Police and together with a joint stock global security company to ensure that all the gaps that were found within the system are plugged, such that next time these errors do not come out, because of course some of the errors that were seen by the public were, for instance, you found somebody who is in a vehicle being penalized for not wearing a helmet. So it is such, and then there were also issues of multiple images being taken for the same violation or for the same offense. You'd find that a vehicle has had maybe 2-3 images taken, and if the people at the back end did not look at that very well and check it very well, it meant that this person would end up getting multiple receipts or tickets. So these are the things that are being looked into, and I believe by the end of this month, we will have a proper and a clean report, a clean system, and then the minister will be able to present to cabinet and parliament. So there is work that is going on.
Okay. Madam Kataike, I think the other thing you guys would be interested in is about the fines. We could talk about the technicalities, we could talk about the delays, and that's understandable. But the biggest complaint was about the fines. Could you comment about that as well?
Yes, of course. The team is also looking at the fines, and by the time we come up with a report, we expect the fines to be a little bit different. They will not be the way that they are, but I think we should wait for the minister to give an update on that, but the fines will be different.
Thank you very much. Tracy, you heard from Madam Kataike, and of course she says that Ugandans should be more patient. And of course, there will be a communication soon. Back to you at the Political Command Center.